Got a lot of cool things coming our way. We've hired another company to do our apps for us. We've taken on another company to do the apps for us. Let me turn this off here real quick. All right, and those are coming along. It will be January. We're doing some very special things. I've got some great announcements coming up here in the next 3 weeks, just to let you know. We're going to be bringing on some new beacons. We're going to be bringing on some keychain beacons, the little smaller beacons. And we're working on that as we speak. We're doing some testing with those beacons now. We'll still have the 4A beacons for the businesses, but we're also bringing on the smaller keychain beacons. And we're going to be doing that just after the first of the year. And just got a lot of great things going on. We are going to be bringing on geofencing. Geofencing, as you all know, works with GPS. If someone doesn't have their GPS on, of course, it doesn't work. And it also works with a native app, okay? And so we're working on implementing that. That's why it's going to take a little bit of time to get our app finished with the company that's going to be making it. It's geofencing actually works with the app itself, a native app that has to be programmed in. The information has to be programmed into the app. And then if somebody has their geofence on and you've got a perimeter set around a specific business, then they will get a notification that says, hey, Kerry's having a sale downtown today. Why don't you go visit him? And then when they get to the store, what happens? In the same app, it's going to show the notifications that the store's got the special sales on. So it's going to all work together, taking a little bit longer than we thought. How long can a geofence be? Big as you want it. 10 miles, 2 miles. I mean, you don't want to make it large because you're just going to be getting a bunch of people that aren't coming. I recommend 1 mile to 2 miles. You know, put a nice little radius around it. If you're in a restaurant district, you definitely want to have it on. We're putting together some window clings and things like that you guys will be able to use. You'll be able to send the ready artwork to your printer and or Vistaprint or any of those places, and they will be able to print your information for you. But all of that is coming. We're working literally. I mean, I didn't even go to bed last night. I haven't been to bed since, I don't even know what today is. Tuesday. I've not been to bed since Sunday morning. So, but a lot of great things happening, and don't get me wrong. I have taken. Today is Friday, so somebody said today's Friday. Today's not Friday, but anyway. So a lot of great things happening. A lot of things going on. And everything is about you guys. We want to bring you the best tools, absolutely the best tools that we can possibly bring to help you generate sales and make that happen. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the funnel packages that we talked about last week. Tonight, we're going to be talking about sales. And I'm going to give you a script tonight. So if you've got a piece of paper and pencil, you're going to want to write these scripts down. They're very easy. They're very simple to remember. Just practice them when you walk in. It's the scripts that we are using. I hope you understand. I never put anything out or tell you to sell anything that I myself do not sell. If it's not proven, if it hasn't made me money, I don't put it out. If it makes me money, I let you know what we're doing. And I know it's a proven concept. Some people will sell you a line of BS and tell you to go out and sell it, and they don't even know if it sells themselves. So we sell and we share what works in the marketplace and what has worked in the marketplace, and what we've done over the last several years of being out in the field and talking to clients and doing all those important things. So when we put these packages together that we just put together, we did that for a reason, because those packages work very well with the beacons, bringing the footfall traffic, ensuring that the clients, the customers get that special feel that they've got something special going on in the store. And it just creates that circle of success, that full funnel effect. And as people go in the bottom, top, they fall out the bottom and they're spending money. And that's what we want to happen. We want to ensure that whoever uses the package, okay, is having a great return on investment, a good ROI. Excuse me. Still got bronchitis 8 weeks later. And I'm done taking narcotics. So I mean, not narcotics, but whatever you call that, penicillin and all that stuff. That's not what I've been taking. But anyway, I digress. Antibiotics. So getting out every day, approaching people, approaching businesses, talking to them is what you need to do. So with that said, let's get started here. And I want to welcome everybody to tonight's training. Welcome to the event. Make sure you turn up your speakers, clear all your distractions, get everything out of the way, turn off your phones, just as I have to do every night when I get on training. Turn it off, and people still continue to hit me. Yes, I hit record. And clear everything off, close the door, and make things happen. Let me hit this button here. Real quick disclaimer, Kerry Miller TV, Beacon Funnels, nor I cannot guarantee just because you are watching this webinar, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics and different desires. I want to talk to you about something that's very near and dear to my heart before we get into training. And I talk to you about this because this is very important in the business world. And it's very important because who your clients and customers see you as and who they perceive you as is who you are. So if you go out into the field and you're going out to sell, you have to make sure that you are above board. You're not one of those guys out there lying to the clients and giving all this BS. I had a person from another company, okay, the other day that approached one of my sales reps and said, "Hey, man," he said, "I hear you're selling beacons." And I think it was kind of a set up deal, but I hear you're selling beacons. And I really, man, he said, "You need to come sell with us. I'm selling these beacons for $3,500. And of course, I get a text message while this is all going on, you know, what this guy's saying and all this stuff. And immediately I said, well, ask him who's he selling for. And he told me. And I mean, the guy was just outright lying. Outright lying. So I texted the salesman back and I said, ask him how many sales you have today. And the guy comes back and he says, oh, man, I haven't had any sales today. You know, man, he said, I just got started. But, you know, I've been told that I could come in here and I can sell these packages for $35. I'm going to tell you something. There's something that Kerry Miller does that probably nobody else out there is doing in this industry is I track the market. I know what beacons are going for. I know what they're being sold for on the street. I know exactly what the costs are. I know what the pricing is. I know what the margins are. I know the rate of return. I know the average number of beacons that are being sold per store. I know all of that information because I study it 24/7. And I know that when people go out there and put that stuff out, it's a total lie. No matter the price, no matter the unforeseen windfalls that are possible, never, ever, ever compromise your principles in life and or in business. Your principles and values are what you stand for, what you believe in, and what you will not compromise. Do not get wrapped up in the sales BS that's on the streets right now because, number one, they're going to find a person that will pay that. Number two, they're going to be very upset in about 2 or 3 weeks when somebody sold them a beacon for $3,500. Number three, they're going to be trying to find that person, and they never will because they will never hear from them again. And number four, guaranteed, they're going to sour the market. Don't be one of those people. And I bring this up to you because it's personal to me. When you go out and someone is using your product, my name's on it. They may not know me. They may never hear from me. They may never know who Kerry Miller is. But you've been trained to hold the higher standards. You've been taught from the day you were born to toe the higher standard. So stay in the higher standard. Don't get wrapped up in all the other stuff. It's extremely important. Very, very important. We're going to do our Beacon Funnels training. The only way you make money is to sell your product. Very, very good friend of mine and a great salesperson. I love her to death. Let me find real quick, if I can, exactly what she said just a few minutes ago. She thanks me all the time, and she doesn't have to. I love her no matter what. But I'm going to try to find here real quick. She was talking about the post was something about knowledge is powerful. My father always says nobody can take away what's between my two ears. And so I made a post, and she came back and she said, Kerry Miller, thank you for the knowledge you've shared that has made me thousands. Best words you ever told me. And I'm going to tell you the same thing. The best words you ever told me was to get off of your butt. You know what? I started applying that, what you taught us, and I want to thank you. You cannot sell anything sitting in the house and not going out and showing it. You cannot sell anything if you don't know what you're selling. You cannot sell anything if you don't have a clue what you're doing. And you will definitely not make any money if you don't go out and sell. Nobody's going to knock on your door and say, man, please, let me throw you all this money and I will make sure that I keep bringing it to you. It's not going to happen that way. You know, you can see everybody drinking the Kool-Aid, especially on Facebook. I can promise you, I've been in business all my life. It just doesn't work that way. And if it's working that way, somebody is probably ripping someone off. So you have to make sure you sell. I posted this the other day. And how many hands have you shook today and introduced the power of marketing in the 21st century and demonstrated the tools? And let me highlight, demonstrated the tools that every business can use to help bring them customers back in and increase their cash flow and profits. If businesses fail and you have not shared your marketing system with them, how do you feel? You know, if you drive past a business every single day and they are struggling, you don't know they're struggling because you never stop. You think, oh, they don't need this. They don't need me. They don't need my help. Okay. But you never walk in to ask. And about 6 months later, you drive by and there's a foreclosure sign on the window and the doors are locked and nobody is there to sell anything now. Somebody's children will not go to college. Somebody's children will not eat tonight because they're struggling to pay their bills. They're trying to pull themselves out of where they're at because they've spent every last dime to keep their door open. But the big problem is nobody stopped in and said, hey, you're spending your dimes the wrong way. Let me help you increase your business and bring customers back in. Now, I know that not every single business can be saved because the person standing behind the counter knows it all. Okay, I know that. I understand that. I mean, not everybody is going to say yes, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. It doesn't matter if everyone doesn't say no, but you have to give them the opportunity to say no. You have to give them that opportunity to make a decision. And the only way they will make a decision is if you actually walk in, introduce yourself. And I'm going to go over a script in just a moment. And you can hit 10 or 15 businesses and go through this script because all you're going to be doing is setting appointments and introducing yourself. You're not going to be presenting anything today. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to go out and introduce yourself and find out about the businesses and get as much information as you can so that when you come back and you're saying, Well, Kerry, why wouldn't I want to close the deal right now? They're going to give you that opportunity, because what's going to happen is you're going to have the opportunity to present to them in a non-obtrusive way and set the appointment. And some of them will say this, hey, I've got 15 minutes right now. You're here, I'm here. Go ahead and show me what you have, and I'm telling you, you will be amazed that if you ask, they will tell you. Most people never go for the close. ABC, always be closing. Most people never go for the close. Number one reason is they're afraid to ask for money. Is there anybody on this call today afraid to ask for money? Because if you are, we need to talk one-on-one. We need to sit down in a one-on-one consultation session, and we need to talk about that so I can help you get over that hump. Because if you're afraid to ask for money, you will never make any. That is an absolute guarantee. If you are afraid to ask for money, you will never, ever make any. Now, last week we talked about the business starter kits, and we're going to talk about those again tonight. I'm not going to go through them like I did last week and explain every little nuance. But what you see here is the business starter kit. This is the lowest kit on the totem pole. You've got your beacon funnels beacon. You've got a rad dot beacon. I can't remember what the guy called that the other day. He had I call it a child beacon. He called it something really, really, really good, and I cannot ever remember. But this is your main beacon. This is your daddy beacon. This beacon right here is attached to this beacon. This is your beacon funnels platform. This is your SMS right here. Okay, your texting platform. So with this, the business starter kit, you get the SMS texting and the beacons. Okay. This is your starter kit, all right? You get the 4A beacon, the rad dot beacon, all the analytics platform, the Eddystone nearby notifications, the 27126 short code, one keyword, 500 text a month. Of course, you need to make sure that you give email support. I use Facebook Messenger support, and I also use a program called Freshdesk, Freshdesk. And I'm very fortunate that it's free, and it's free to you. All you have to do is go to Freshdesk, Freshdesk.com, and you can set up a support system and make sure that your clients have that, okay? When you close the deal, you need to make sure they have all the information that they can get a hold of you. Tell them to make sure that they like you on Facebook. Make sure that they have access to your Facebook page. Make sure they have your access to your Messenger support. What do I say when I go in? I love to go in and I love to say, how's business? That's how I introduce myself. Hey, how you doing? How's business? And if you're talking to the owner or a manager, they're going to tell you it's either really good or it's not good at all. Now, if it's the little guy behind the desk or the little girl behind the counter, and you know that they're not an owner and they're just there to work, and you can really tell because they're not actually doing anything except playing on their phone, you don't really need to go in and introduce yourself to them, okay? What you needed to go up to them and do is say, hey, is the owner or manager in? That's really the only conversation you need to have with them. And they'll say, yeah, Jim's in the back or Joan's in the back, and hang on, I'll get them for you or whatever, And what I always do is I don't wait on anybody to get anybody for me. If they tell me the manager's name is Jim and they're in the back, I'm going to the back, and I will knock on the back door and I will say, hey, Jim, my name's Kerry Miller. I am a local marketing expert in the area today, and I just wanted to stop by and do a little survey and see how's business. And they're going to start talking like somebody just reached out and stuck them in the butt with a hot iron. They are ready to tell you everything. Why? Because you just told them you're a local marketing expert, and you want to take a survey of businesses in the area and how's business. If they're having great business, then guess what? They're going to tell you how great it is. And you'll also know, talking to them, you can say, hey, I've talked to other businesses in the area, and I have found that some of them aren't doing as well. What do you attribute your business to? The customers coming in. And this is what you need to be observant with. Okay? You already know when you walked in, the person behind the counter is playing on their phone and there's nobody in the store. You already know that. You be observant. There's nobody in the store as you're walking through. You got your peripheral going. You see nobody's buying anything, and this guy's telling you how great business is. So you know that he's either feeding you a line or it's that time of day when nobody comes in. So you need to ask this question. What is your busy time of day? Now he's fixing to tell you, and it's very important that you get this information because you're going to use this when we get down to the ask do you use? Okay. So he's telling you when he's not busy. He's telling you when he is busy. He's telling you when he's available. He's telling you when he's not available. The store's busy. You don't want to bother someone during a busy part of the day. Get to know your client. Everything about them. If you're in their office, and I love doing this, man, this is one of my, I love doing this. And I actually learned this years ago from a guy that used to come by and visit me when I was in the trucking business. And he was a salesman, and he would come by, and I had pictures of my kids up playing ball and everything, and a picture of my wife. And the first time he ever came in, he asked me about my family. And that's how we got to know each other. He coached his kids in Little League. I coached my kids. And so it became personal. And we became friends. You know, we actually became friends. And he would stop by. We'd go out to lunch. We would never even talk business. But I probably spent $10 million with this guy. Okay. When I needed truck parts, when I needed a new truck, I always took his bids, and they were always on the top. And those were the bids we always went with because he treated me good. We treated him good. And it all started with, how's your family doing? He saw the pictures, you know, and we started talking about that. Now, if I had those up there for sentimental reasons, my wife kicked me out and I hadn't seen my kids in 35 years, then that might be a little bit different story. And you can kind of see that. Look to see if they're wearing a wedding ring. Be observant. Watch everything. Okay. Get to know your client. And now all of this is taking place. You're probably thinking, dang, Kerry, you're spending 2 days in there talking to the guy. All of this is taking place within 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So you're getting all this knowledge and everything. Now you're going to come with the big question. He's told you his business is either good, business is not good. And you're going to ask him, hey, Kenny, I've got a question for you. Do you use text message marketing and beacon marketing in your marketing plan today? Well, no, I've never thought of that. Would you have 15 minutes on Monday, or is Tuesday better for you? That's called an alternative close. Would you have 15 minutes on Monday or Tuesday for me to show you how our texting package coupled with our beacon technology could help increase your business and revenue? He's going to say one or two things. Yep, Monday's good for me. Tuesday's good for me. Or I don't care. I don't want you here. That's actually three things, right? Or I don't want you here. I'm not interested. Do not waste your time at that moment with that client. You know everything about him. He may have had a bad day. You know, some salesmen, they will push. Okay, they will push and they will push. People today aren't geared for that. I'm telling you. Back 20 years ago, those were the methods you would use because you had a sales manager sitting back in his office that you had to come in and he asked you every single piece of the sale. If you push today, they're going to push you right out the door. And they're going to talk about you to all their friends in the local area. So you simply say, hey, Jim, I appreciate your time today. I'd like to stop in and just say, hey, every now and then. Yeah, go ahead, Kerry. That's no problem. I just don't want what you got. But what's going to happen is over those next few periods of time that you stop in, he's going to be thinking about what you said. Why? Because you stay in front of him. And every time you go in there, you have to ask this question. Hey, Kenny, are you using that text message marketing we talked about the last time I was here? No, Carrie, I've not started using that. Well, let me ask you a question. When do you have 15 minutes that we can get together so I can show you how to increase your business and revenue? Okay, Carrie, come in next Tuesday and I'll listen to what you got to say. If you don't ask, you will never know. If you don't ask, you will never know. And simply ask them. And you can choose anything in the arsenal out of any of the packages that you want to. We know that the text messaging is in package 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We know there's no apps or anything. It's just simply the 27126 that's in package 1. So if that's all you want to sell him, if that's all you're out marketing and you're using that one package to get in the door, use that as your in the door strategy and make that happen, then that's what you need to use and stick with that. You can always go back and upsell the packages. So if you want to start with package 1 because it's simple, because it's easy to understand, it's easy to go out and penetrate the market with. People understand text message marketing. Why? Because they've used it themselves. Someone is texting them probably while you're standing there. And the whole process of that, they understand. So, hey, do you use SMS, text message marketing in your business today? No, I don't. Would you have 15 minutes on Monday or Tuesday for me to show you how our text message marketing package, along with or combined with our Beacon technology, could help increase your business and revenue? That simple. That simple. You got to know the clients. You introduce yourself. You introduce your company. You get to know them. Know if they got kids. I mean, if you're in their office, you're going to see a whole bunch of things that you'll know a lot about them. Be observant. The most important thing you can do is be observant. And that's 99% of the sales is being observant and knowing what to say and when to say it. Now, here's the most important thing you can do while you're in there, okay? Once you ask for the appointment, close your lips. Don't say anything else. Close your lips. Do you use SMS text marketing in your business? Don't say another word. Nothing. Nothing at all. Let them speak first. The old rule and thumb in sales, the first person that speaks loses. Okay? The first person that speaks loses. And that's very important. You have to make sure, and it's hard to do because sometimes these guys, it'll seem like 16 years, but they'll sit there and complicate. They'll sit there and think about it for 30 seconds, and it seems like, gosh, man, are they ever going to answer me? But don't say a word. Just stand there, okay? Just stand there and make sure that you're looking at them. Because they know you're waiting on a response, okay? And if they say yes, then say, man, that's awesome. That is so great. Have you ever thought about it combining that with SMS technology, text message marketing, so that you can start building a funnel to bring your customers in to spend more money? You see, they told you they use it, but you've got so many more tools in your toolbox. Now you can come back and say, well, let me tell you what we did. We have a program where we could build you a mobile business loyalty card, okay? A mobile business loyalty card, because what you're going to do is you're going to attach the loyalty card to the business card, okay? Attach the loyalty card to the business card, all right, along with your SMS package, because this is what you need to do real quick. Let me tell you how our SMS package works in combination with some other tools that I would like to share with you. And now you go in and start telling them about the mobile card. You start telling them about the Beacon technology. You start telling them about the keychain beacons and how they can carry those with them. And you bring the entire package in. There again, we're only talking a few minutes. We're not talking, you got to explain in depth everything. But I can tell you this. If you walk in to tell them about it, you better walk in with it. You cannot show and tell if you do not have what you're selling to show. You cannot show and tell if you do not have what you're selling to show. So if you walk in and you start talking about the mobile business card, you need to pull the mobile business card and the loyalty rewards card out of your pocket and bring it up on your phone. You need to make sure that you have that icon on your phone so that you can bring it up immediately and show them exactly how it works. You need to show them how your marketing platform works. You need to show them how the SMS works. You need to make sure that you have the physical web app or whatever you're using on your phone. If you're using an iPhone, I recommend the physical web app. If you're using Android, of course, Nearby will pick it up. But you need to have a beacon in your pocket. And you need to have a square beacon in your pocket so that you can show them exactly what the products are that you're bringing forth to them so that they can make a decision. They will never make a decision if they don't know what you're actually selling. You can talk about the mobile loyalty card all day long. Tell him it's like a punch card, just like you walk in with a paper card, except you punch it on your phone, and how everything works. But if they don't see it, they don't comprehend it. Showing and telling is the most, I keep saying the most important part. They're all very important, but you're not going to make a sale unless you show. It's just not going to happen. You know, you may run across somebody every now and then and say, oh yeah, I'll take that, and not have a clue what you're even talking about. They're probably not going to hang around very long. They're going to give you some money today, and when you go back for the monthly because they canceled their credit card or their debit card or whatever they do, it's going to be like, they shut me off. Why? Because they didn't have a clue what they were buying. They did not have a clue what they're buying. Okay? Business Starter Kit 2, just to refresh your memory, a 444, 14 AA, a red dot, Eddystone, 27126, the SMS, the mobile business card, the loyalty rewards card, and of course, you will want your email support, Facebook Messenger support, weekly trading and strategy sessions. Okay? Same thing. I don't care if you're going in there selling blue jeans. It's all the same process. Introduce yourself, introduce your company. How many of you on this call right now could walk into a store and see 10 business owners and they know what you did? I'm from a small town and everybody knows what they do because everybody in this town knows me. But how many of you can walk into a town and see 10 business owners? Yes, no, yes, yes, no, 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 no. Let me ask the guys, the people that said no. Okay, let me ask this question. Why not? What has kept you from going out in the field? And I don't care if you don't even take anything with you, just simply going out and introducing yourself and your company to every business in your local area. If you've got, for instance, I live in a little town called Commerce, okay? Within 45 miles of me is 6 pretty good sized towns. We don't have any cities out here. You got to go 60 miles to go to the Dallas area to be in a large town. So, and all of these areas have businesses in them. Now, there's 3 of these towns that if I can walk in just about any business and they know me, unless it's changed hands or the owner or manager is not there. Paris, Texas, which is about 4 times larger than Commerce, Texas, there's not a person in Paris, Texas that doesn't know me. Most of them know me from videos and things like that, but they know who I am. Okay, when I walk in, I've done mailers out there. I've done local marketing out there. I've got one of the most successful Facebook campaigns that I've ever ran in Paris, Texas for an auction house. So everybody in that area knows me and they know what I do. And I do a lot of business in Paris, Texas. Same way in Commerce, Texas. Okay, so you have to be able to go out and you should always, always, always be selling yourself. Always. kind of goes back to that integrity thing when I first started the training tonight. You always sell yourself. Get to know your client. Hey, do you use mobile loyalty programs in your business today? No, I don't. Would you have 15 minutes on Monday or Tuesday for me to show you how our loyalty programs package works? Absolutely. I mean, it's either yes, no, or tell me more. Yes, no, or tell me more. Tell me more is what's a mobile loyalty card? Now, there again, if you don't walk in and have a mobile loyalty card on your phone and that's what you're selling, you've lost the sale. Well, it kind of works like this, or it kind of does this, or it moves like this, it moves like that, blah, blah, blah. You can't have that. You've got to be able to show them exactly what you're selling, okay? So, do you use mobile loyalty programs in your business today? No, I don't. Would you have 15 minutes Monday or Tuesday for me to show you how our loyalty program could help you increase your business and revenue? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, is morning or afternoons better for you? There again, you got an alternative close. Somebody just texted me and said, do you haven't training enough? All right. So I just told him, yes, you've already missed it. Watch the replay. So make sure you use those alternative closes. Very, very important. Now we come to the big package. Okay. The kiosk system, the mobile loyalty program, the beacons, the beacon platform, texting. You're going to go in and do the same thing. You know, introduce yourself to the client. And I know that I'm being repetitive tonight. I'm being repetitive for a reason, because it's the same steps no matter what you're selling. Get to know your client. Look around the store. Make sure you are picking up on the little nuances that you need to see, those little things, you know, the pictures. If somebody's got a lot of pictures of their kids, you know, they love their kids. If all their kids playing sports, talk about sports or talk about their kids. You know, I mean, that's what you got to do. Then you ask, do you use kiosk? Because remember, the last system had everything in it. Do you use a kiosk program, a birthday program, a loyalty program, whatever you want to use there? Okay. Do you use a kiosk program in your store to help drive traffic? Would you? No, I don't. Would you have 15 minutes on Monday or Tuesday for me to show you how our kiosk package could help you increase your business and revenue? But you know what, Carrie? I'm not busy right now. How about right now? If that happens, you better have the kiosk package in your car so that hey, let me run out and get the kiosk for you so I can show you exactly how it works. Do not ever ask a question and them say, oh, yeah, I've got time right now, because that's going to happen. You know, that is going to happen. And so you want to make sure that you've got the pieces to go in and sell. If you don't have the kiosk, then you need to go in and sell the loyalty rewards, the SMS, and the beacon packages. All right. If you don't have your phone, which you better have your phone, you need to go in and sell the SMS package. But you got to have your phone to sell the SMS package, because they've got to text a keyword, your keyword, to 27126 to see exactly how it works. And you need to show them how to do that. Okay? Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Do you use is a very powerful statement when you're selling technology out in the field. Do you use this? Do you use that? Would you use this? You know, do you use text message marketing in your marketing plan today? No, I don't. Now, this right here, you're going to say, Carrie, there's no way I can get that out in 15 minutes. They know it too. okay? But what you're telling them is I'm not going to take a lot of your time because what I have is simple and easy to use, and I can show you in 15 minutes exactly how it works, okay? Because what are you saying? Would you have 15 minutes for me to show you how our kiosk package works? All right. You're not saying you're going to be there for 15 minutes. You're letting them know that the demonstration is going to last about 15 minutes. All right. About 15 minutes. And it actually lasts less than that. You can do a complete demonstration in 5 minutes on every single product right here. 5 minutes. You can show them how the kiosk program works. You can show them how the loyalty reward programs works. You can show them how the keychain beacon works. You can show them how the 4A beacon works. And everything is on their phone. Every single thing is on their phone. Very simple to do. Very easy process. But you have to get out. Okay? You have to go out and you have to sell. Everything has a process. All right, there's a process for every single thing you do. And you have to get your process down. You have to know exactly where you're going, exactly how many people you're going to talk to, and you've got to walk out the door with a plan and keep it simple. Keep it simple. This is all you're going out to do today. If they say, I've got 15 minutes right now, awesome. If they don't have 15 minutes right now, you're going to set an appointment. Appointments are gold because now they are a warm call. Now they are a warm call. Okay? Any questions? Any questions at all on the sales process? Anybody? Anybody at all? All right, guys. Well, I'm not gonna take it any further past this. I wanted to talk about one specific thing tonight to help you get out and make sales. Do have a lot of really cool stuff coming up, and as it is released and launched, I will be sharing it with you immediately. I want to thank you for coming out, taking time out of your Tuesday night to be a part of our training. I know some of you I will see tomorrow night. I thank all of you for coming out. Some of you like to listen to me more than I like to listen to myself. But let me ask this question. I always like to ask a question. I always like to do a little survey. Did what we talked about tonight with the what to say portion of training, and of course we already went over the packages last week, and we just briefed over them tonight. Did what we talk about today about what to say, did that help you in putting together what you want to do? Yes, very helpful. Okay. There you go, Danny. The packages will be up on the website. I think they're going to be up tomorrow. They will be up tomorrow. Awesome, awesome. Keep it short and sweet. Go for the money, honey. Absolutely. Absolutely. All righty. Well, we'll have the packages up. They should be up tomorrow. I will check on that when I get off of here tonight. They should be up tomorrow. We were going to put them up last week, but I wanted to go through this week's training before we finish that. And they should be up tomorrow. I think the page just has to be uploaded, to be honest with you. And so we'll get that up. We've got a lot of hot things coming. I mean, a lot of exciting things coming. So everybody have a good night. Great. I've got 2 calls after this, so it may not be exactly 15 minutes. It may be 30 minutes. I'll let you know. But I don't have no problem with that. Okay, awesome. I'll call you as soon as I get off the phone. All right, everybody. Good night. God bless, and I will see you. For those of you that will be on tomorrow night's training, I'll see you on tomorrow night's training. The rest of you, I will see next week.